I'm Bethany.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is Looking for the Middle.
CouchCast edition.
Y'all, it's our last CouchCast of season 4.
Oh my gosh.
It's so crazy.
It's very crazy.
This has been, I think we say it every time, but this has been quite the roller coaster of a season. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
We don't have to tell you all that twice.
Nope. Okay, Kristen has our list of listener questions. I'm going to pick a number. She's going to tell me what it is, and then whatever happens next is all your fault. So, I'm going to pick number 12.
Number 12. Okay. What are some tips for moving on when your ex is dating someone new?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
It's a great question.
Why don't you answer it first?
Oh, gee, thank you so much. Tips for moving on when your ex is dating someone new. Well, practically speaking, if you haven't already and you know that's going to bother you, unfollow them or hide them or mute them on social media, whatever route you want to go there. If you don't want to unfollow them because you don't want to look rude, that's your prerogative, but you can mute them and where you don't see their stuff.
And don't go stalk the new girlfriend on social media.
Better advice. Yeah, because...
Oh, no, I think it's a both and, not an either or.
Okay, yeah, just don't do any of it.
Don't, no.
Or do mute him and then don't stalk her.
Exactly.
Because that is a comparison game that you don't want to play. Because either it'll go one of two ways, and I've been on both sides of this. Either it's going to be, oh my gosh, she's so much prettier than me, and oh, now I'm really insecure, and oh, blah, blah. Or it's going to be, oh, I'm so much prettier than her, and blah, blah, and then you're bashing this girl you don't even know who could be a phenomenal person, and you've just attributed all these terrible characteristics to her because she's dating your ex. Neither of which has a good outcome. So just don't do that.
And remember, whether you broke up with him or he broke up with you, you don't want to be dating him anymore.
Right.
And even if he broke up with you and you didn't want to, and you're like, oh my word, he doesn't want to be with you anymore. So you don't want to be with him. So keep that in your mind there that you don't want to date him. So let him date someone else.
That's something you literally just probably should go say to yourself in the mirror a couple times. And something about saying it out loud makes it sink in a little bit more. But you're like, no, I don't want to date Bobby because Bobby broke my heart, or because Bobby doesn't want to be with me, or because I broke up with Bobby for reason X, Y, and Z. So if you have to verbally remind yourself, then do it.
Yeah. Let go of your pride that this idea that, well, I need to be the one dating someone first. We all think that. And just let go of that. You're the only one that thinks that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your friends aren't sitting there going, oh, did you hear her ex is dating someone else and she's not? People aren't
No
saying
one says that. No.
So, yeah, let go of your pride in that. And then I think to varying degrees, this is true depending on how much you actually have to see him. If the only place you're ever going to see him is on social media, like Kristen said, just stay off of social media, and with a little time, problem solved. If you do have to see him regularly, I would start now praying that the Lord would give you a kind heart towards him, give you kindness, give you graciousness, give you patience to get to a place of genuinely being happy for him. And that is a tall order.
It is. But then at the same time, you think about at one point or another, you cared about this guy. Mm-hmm. And even, if he did you wrong, sing the country song, whatever it is, at some point, or even now, you care about him and you want him to be happy. Because I think about all the guys I've dated. Like, I'm not going to go be with any of them again, but that doesn't mean I don't want them to be happy. It's not that I don't want them to find someone who they will, marry and have a great life with. And when you put it in that perspective, it's amazing just how your lens changes a little bit, because you're not looking at him as, oh, I used to date him, or he used to be mine, or he used to do this. It's, no, he's a person who I cared about, or still do to some degree, even if it's not romantic, and I want him to be happy. And if this girl brings him happiness, then good for him.
I think what you just said too about thinking about it in the context of, oh, he used to be mine. I think you've got to, it's just a mental thing. You've got to let go of any idea of some sort of claim on him that you have, because most likely you're upset that your ex is dating someone new because you've got this idea in your head that he's somehow still yours, and he's not. You don't have a claim on him. You don't own him. You don't anything. And just the mental self-control of letting go of that, I think, will go a long way in being okay with him being with someone else.
For sure. Another thing that just, especially if you just figured out he's dated somebody, don't, if you can, don't just sit around thinking about it and
Amen.
mulling it over in your head. Go do something. Even if you don't go anywhere, like have a friend over or watch a non-Hallmark movie or go to dinner with some friends or go out for a drive. Whatever you do to like occupy your mind, do that, because sitting around and wondering if he's out with her and wondering if they're having a good time and wondering if he likes her more than he liked you on your first date and it's not productive. It's not a healthy mindset or a thought pattern to have, and it's not good. So
That's what we're going with.
yes,
It's not good.
It's not good. So, and this is what good girlfriends are for, is to come in these kind of situations. And just as another caveat, don't turn this into let's bash him for 3 hours while we eat at dinner.
No.
Because that is a very easy trap to fall into.
And it's a slippery slope.
It is. So just say, hey, you can tell him. He's dating somebody else. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to bash him, but I just need to get my mind off things. So let's go do something fun and go do something fun.
Yeah.
And that will do more for your heart and soul than you probably even realize. But it's a good first step if you're needing to, not be so in your head.
Yes, distraction is key.
For sure.
And then one last thing that will only be helpful some of the time.
You're welcome.
No, it'll make sense because it'll depend on where you're at and what your mindset is.
Okay.
But a tip for moving on when your ex is dating someone new is to also date someone new. Download an app. Start talking to someone else. And the quickest way to forget about the past guy is to have a new guy.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it from a revenge place, it's a bad idea. If you're doing it from a I just want to get even with him place, bad idea. But if you have come to peace with the relationship ending and you're not wanting to get back with him, you're just wanting him to not be dating someone else, you need to check yourself, but then at the same time, move on yourself. Find someone new to date. So, I know it's obvious. I know it's duh, but it's one of the best ways.
Yeah, and don't, kind of the undertone of that is don't let an ended relationship keep you from moving forward with your life.
Absolutely.
So, however long it takes you to get there, that's fine, but don't just think like, oh, well, I thought he was it, so I'm just, I'm over it or whatever. Like, he wasn't it, but that doesn't mean there isn't someone else who is. So don't let that not working out keep you from, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Like, if every baseball player that ever played quit playing after they struck out one time, baseball would not exist, or it would just be a lot of rookies. So just, don't let that bog you down or hold you back to the point where you're not moving on with your life, even though he's moving on with his. So
I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
I think so too.
Okay, guys, check back probably in the next week or two. We'll have another CouchCast or we'll have something for you, but this is officially the end of season 4.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thrilled and also a little sad.
I know.
So
that means we get to move on to season 5.
That's true, and we do have some fun stuff planned. So stick around for that for sure. We'll be back in the next week or two with some new content for you guys like we always do during breaks, but we will be back with our actual season 5 in September, just like always. But until then, I'm Bethany.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is Looking for the Middle.